What is up, everybody? What is going on? This is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 6:30 in the morning, and I'm live, so y'all don't have to worry about the pre-recording or whatever and thinking, "Oh man, is this dude here or not?" No, I'm here in the flesh. I'm ready to talk about Mandalorian season 3, episode 1 with you guys, and hopefully we have a little fun. We talk about it, and I know a lot of people have been anticipating and waiting for the Mandalorian to pick up. So we are here right now. So we're going to talk about it. Other than that, hopefully you guys are healthy. You guys are happy. We're going to go ahead and get started here because again, I don't want to take up y'all too much of y'all time, especially if you're new to the channel. Make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I am live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter right now. So, hey, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Make sure that you hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. Make sure to share this video too. Just do what you gotta do. But the real question is,
Are you ready?
all right. So, of course, obviously, if this is your first time coming to the Dre Mag Show, make sure to hit the comment section up. Don't forget to comment in the comment section. Now, I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. I'm not really good with the names of Star Wars. That's what gets me caught up. You know what I'm saying? Is the names and everything of Star Wars. But what I do appreciate about Star Wars more than anything is that I love the atmosphere, the creatures, the creatures, the aliens, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be deemed as racist towards, aliens on Star Wars, but I just love the way that the atmosphere and everything goes on Star Wars. So that's always been awesome to me. You know what I mean? And of course, the Mandalorian doesn't disappoint every time that I see my man Pedro Pascal on screen. I get excited. He's starting to be another one of my favorite actors in Hollywood. I just love the energy and stuff like that he brings. And here you go again. You know what I mean? We've already seen him in this role being the world's greatest dad. We see him in The Last of Us being the world's greatest dad. So now we're back to the world of the Mandalorian. So let's kind of kick it off or whatever. Let me just give you my initial reaction before I kind of go through a little slight review of everything that happened in this episode. First of all, man, it was still great to get back to this world. I think a lot of the action that was in here was needed, and I didn't do reaction videos to Andor. Personally, I liked Andor, and I know a lot of people did not like Andor. They didn't like Andor for simple reasons that they felt it was too slow. They don't want to deal with the politics. I mean, it dealt with a lot of things as far as ground level and as far as like what the ground level of rebellion really looks like. And we got to see that in Andor. But a lot of people come to Star Wars stuff for Star Wars. They want to see the aliens, they want to see the action, they want to see lightsabers, the ships fighting and all of that. They want to get back and immersed in this world. So, as much as I like Andor and I thought it was a lot of great beats to Andor, it is still nice to go and see ships, you know what I'm saying, throughout the galaxy fighting and all of that stuff. So it was great to see that. It was great to see now the progression of Din Djarin and Grogu. Obviously, that's that man's daddy. Grogu is his daddy. I mean, it's a Grogu. I mean, Din Djarin is Grogu's daddy. You know what I mean? So we got to see that, which again, I really like. I like that dynamic. You know what I mean? That Grogu is now with the Mandalorian and learning Mandalorian ways. We got to see Bo-Katan in this episode and what she's been up to, and I don't think she's too happy in her uh in her position. They asked about the dark saber, what was a big thing. You know what I mean? Even though we didn't see the dark saber, then Jordan still got that dark saber, y'all. You know what I mean? And hopefully he has grown to be able to use it more and all of that. So that was awesome to hear about. We got to see um I can't think of her name, and we're gonna go over some of the notes and stuff like that for it in the beginning of the episode. No, and being honest with you, first of all, I thought it was a flashback when I think the not the magistrate, the armorer was making that helmet, and that helmet looked like a Bo-Katan helmet. And I had to stare at it. I was like, it's just the colors. The actual face of it wasn't Bo-Katan's, but I was just sitting there like, is this a flashback? And then the turtle crocodile came out, you know what I'm saying, started trying to eat people. You know what I mean? Again, very fun episode, really packed a lot in about 36 minutes, of actual time. It's not like it wasn't drawn out. It wasn't a lot of like slow moments. It was moving. You know what I mean? So I really like the episode as far as that. Like I said, we about to get immersed back into this, so I'm willing to ready it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's something about the Mandalorian being shorter but very time efficient, very good to pack in a lot of story in so little of time. Like I said, about 36 minutes of time. So I absolutely, love that. So I can't wait for episode 2. Can't wait to get into the season, especially after we got whatever the Book of Boba Fett, kind of. I mean, it made me mad. I ain't gonna lie. It made me mad. My man, my man, Boba over there. You know what I'm saying? And that show did not do him any justice. It was just two out of time frame and stuff like that. So I kind of didn't like that. But this is again a good palate cleanser for people who love Star Wars. So if you haven't watched it, I'm going to tell you spoilers, 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 spoilers ahead. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Go now. Go that way or not go whatever way you go leave now. But if you don't care about spoilers, you already watched it, you already get to this review of it, let's go ahead and get started. So this is actually the name of this episode, in the chapter is called chapter 17, the apostate, which basically just means someone who was exiled of a religious faction. I'm not too big into religious cults. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing. I'm kind of a spirituality type of dude. You know what I'm saying? But the Mandalorian, especially the ones that Mando goes with, pretty much to me a cult. You know what I mean? And the way that they operate business, you can't take off your helmet. This creed and cult, which I get, and I'm not knocking anyone who's a part of the Mandalorian cult. Don't want to say that, but I'm saying they're more of a creed, they're more of an honor tradition. To me, it reminds me a lot of like a samurai. You know what I mean? And this is basically space westerns anyway, or space samurais, or space samurai western. You know what I mean? So I can understand their code and their creed. And this basically picks up where he took off his helmet from season 2, and showed Grogu his face, and that's what Grogu was in, especially at season 2.5 of Boba Fett, which just spent a whole episode with the Mandalorian. Obviously, even they knew that this wasn't going to be all what it's cracked up to be, so they just threw Mando in there to give you a little palate cleanse from what the debacle we're seeing on film for real, as far as a Disney Plus show. So they showed you him going with Luke Skywalker. He gave him back to the Jedi like he was supposed to do. He got back with Luke Skywalker. Luke said, hey, you got to make a choice. You want to be a part of Jedi? You want to go with Mando and be, a Mandalorian? He gave him the lightsaber here and the Beskar armor, the little chain on the other side. And, let's see which one I'm going to pick. I'm going to go with the Beskar armor. I'm going to go with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So, this is where we pick up at. And he needs to be cleansed of his sin. So, the armor was like, hey, you basically got to go get your dips in the lake of Lake Minnetonka. You know what I mean? You got to go cleanse yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, that's his whole mission. And he even brought back an artifact that he got, to think, from the Jawas and said, hey, here's this artifact. I believe that we can still be able to go there. So that's his mission. She was like, if you can go, fine, do it. I don't think you're going to find what you're looking for there. But after you said this is what he need to do to cleanse his sins, then you're going to say, well, if it's there, go ahead. If it's not, well, it's on you. You know what I mean? So that was that's the only part that was kind of confusing to me. Like, make up your mind, lady. What do you want this man to do? If he's supposed to, cleanse his sins based on your creed, then you need to tell me exactly what he needs to do to be able to do that. But if you're not, why are you wasting Mando's time? You need to get Mando up out of there. Let him know, hey, you can't come back. So again, religious cults. But so basically, it says, I think I got to that part, is the apostle. And like I said, things just turn out, and it's real kind of crazy because again, you're with Din Djarin's clan. This giant gator turtle monster comes out and tries to eat all the Mandalorians, which was cool. And the cool part of this is that we get an early action scene in this, so you could go ahead and see the Mandalorians fighting Green Turtle Monster or a Green Turtle Gator thing. You know what I mean? And they're giving it all that they could give it, but my man Mando comes along, pew pew pew, and then I love it because the whistle jumps in, and Mando, the Mandalorian is coming, Mando is coming, and you heard that whistle, and his theme songs are kicking in, which is a great. I love that they bring in the theme anytime that he shows up in an action scene. The reason why I like that is because it reminds me of the older shows of the 80s, and a lot of you guys could be younger or whatever, but there was always a theme. You always heard a theme. You heard Knight Rider, there was always a melody playing, whether it's the original melody or a synthesized melody or horns melody of the theme song, and it puts you in because the hero is coming. So with Knight Rider here, dun 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 dun, the hero is coming, and then you hear that woo bum 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 bum. You already know Mandalorian, Mando is coming to rescue today. You know what I mean? It puts you in the mind frame, and I love that. It's just all those little hidden callbacks. You know what I mean? So I love that. So, so he goes and he finds a watch or whatever. And, he's kind of has that conversation where, again, they try to figure out what they're going to do with Mando to recapture, to cleanse his sins of him taking off his helmet. She go give him some other mess, and then he's off. You know what I mean? So he goes in and he goes to, I want to say it's past Vizsla. No, I'm sorry. That's not who I meant. He goes after that, he goes to Navarro. And that's where we get with Kreef Gargan. I had to, kind of check my notes. He goes with Kreef Gargan. And we know Kreef Gargan is Apollo Creed, you know what I mean? Carl Weathers, he gets with him, they come and they talk. Oh God, that's not what I was. Sorry, y'all. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what happens when you try to click on stuff. But he goes with Kreef Garga and goes to talk. He tries to offer him a job. And again, Kreef Garga goes back to season 1 in The Mandalorian. The first person he met. That area in Navarro was desolate. It was jacked up. Now, he is the high magistrate. So now he gets to be able to hang. He made sure that whole entire area is now a trade port, is thriving. You have all these CP3Os type of androids. It's thriving, and that's good. And this is where we get basically kind of our second action scene, is because we see now the space pirates that are there. And the space pirate was like, yo, I want to go inside of the bar. And Chief Gargo's like, it ain't a bar anymore, it's a school. And that's the same school we seen Grogu in season 2 of The Mandalorian. So these pirates is just it kind of getting on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? Because it keeps saying no, it is the school. Say, well, I want to go in and you gonna give me a drink. Oh yeah, we talking like that. You know what I'm saying? They show a weapon, I show my weapon. Keep Garga, Grief Garga comes out. You know what I'm saying? Bow shoots his pistol out of his hand, which was kind of dope. Again, second action scene, a lot of stuff is just moving and shaking, and then because Mando's sitting there and he kind of cool, like, oh, we got a problem. Yeah, man, we got a problem. You know what I mean? And you gonna have to deal with so and so. And pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? All four of the homies is dead. You know what I mean? Dead. So, yeah, we got a problem. You know what I mean? And then, homeboy runs off. Eric Shaw, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Just watching it, loved it. It was a great episode. Good. Like I said, it was a good way to be able to show, the stuff that people were looking for in the Book of Boba Fett. They were looking for in Andor, because a lot of people didn't like Andor. I did. You know what I mean? And this was a good way to give that action, to give all that back. You know what I mean? So the pirate runs off and says, hey, you know what I mean? I'm just saying we need a sheriff. You want to be a sheriff? I'm trying to offer you a jizob, a jizob, a jizob, a jizob. And he was like, I don't want it. I'm on a mission to cleanse my sins. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be baptized. You know what I mean? So let me go. Let me see. So they go so they leave Navarro and they go on the mission. They're in hyperspace. You get to see the space whales, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Even if I saw space whales for the first time, I'd be looking like Grogu, like, oh my God, what is that creature and why can I ride on it? You know what I mean? So they go out and they see that, and that's again we get another action scene because you thought it was over. Nah, the space pirates. I'm trying to find out if I got the name of the space pirate. I think it's Nikto. Nikto. You know what I'm saying? Was like, hey, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Or you thought it was over? Yeah, this ain't the end, homie. So they go and they have a space battle, and man, if Mando don't look like, when Batman be in the Batwing, you know what I'm saying? He got that starfighter, so it's a little bit different than a Razor Crest. Man, giving them that work, dead, giving them all that work, trying to, and then it was cool. Was they were flying around through the asteroids? You know what I mean? Flying around this point, boom, dead, can't find me. Boom, you run into an asteroid, boom, get shot at. Man, I'm telling you, this is the stuff that people who like the aesthetic. And when I say the aesthetic, I'm talking about the visuals. When you start seeing, fights, like I think in it was Star Wars episode 2. Yeah, when you had the asteroid fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. I believe that it kind of mirrored a little bit of that. I believe it's just I think Obi was in that, but I want to say Anakin was with him too. But it kind of remind you of that. So you had the fight scenes and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot. When it was on Navarro, they was trying to resurrect IG-11. I can't believe I forgot that. They tried to resurrect IG-11, right? So, if you watch season 1, IG-11 end up self-destructing and be able to save Navarro, you know what I'm saying, from the stormtroopers and all of that was there. Basically, he helped them resurrect that area, help Grief Kargan, all of that. So Mando was like, yo, I need a droid I can trust, because remember, he came from the Clone Wars and he didn't trust no, from that Clone Wars area with the droids and all that. Man, he ain't trying to hear no droids. So, but he's like, that IG-11, that's the one I need. That's the homie. So he tries to go get the IG-11 repaired. It didn't work. He tried to repair it himself and tried to kill him. He even go to the little guys. I can't think of the little guys' names. Let me see if I wrote it down. I think this the Zelens, I believe. Yeah, so, they're the little dudes. I think they were in episode 7 or 8. I think there was in they're the little dudes who go in there and they do the mechanic work. Little bitty dudes got little mustaches, man. And then Grogu tried to hug one. He was like, man, that's not a pet. Put that thing down. He over here hugging him. You know what I mean? So They're going there and they're trying to work on it. He's like, hey, I can't work on it. You gotta get you another droid. So we gotta see what type of droid that he gets that he is going to be able to trust. But yeah, I had to double back on that. So after the whole space war and they go and they fight and all of that, they go he goes to see Bo-Katan. And I don't remember exactly the area they were at, but basically they see Bo-Katan. But before they go see Bo-Katan, the guy who is let me see if I got it. Let me see, Gorin. I think it's King Gorin or whatever. I think that's his name. Basically, he looks like the Swamp Thing, but he's a pirate. You know what I mean? Got a little walking cane and the peg leg and all of that. No, I shouldn't say that. He has a disability. But he got a peg leg, and we're gonna get you next time, Mando. This isn't over. Whatever. You know what I mean? So we go see Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan over there looking stupid, just sitting around. You know what I'm saying? Moping, and you know what I mean? And in her little castle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I wrote it down there on Khalif Kalivala. I don't know how to pronounce it. I ain't good with the Star Wars. The only thing, like, you give me some Marvel or you can give me some Knight Rider or some Dragon Ball or whatever. I mean, when it comes to Star Wars, all these names. Oh yeah, House of the Dragon 2 was hard with their names and all of that. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm not good with the names. But they go see Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan looking stupid because she ain't got the dark saber, and all of her clan went out to be back mercenaries. Then she was telling them, "Hey, if you got the dark saber, they're going to follow you wherever you want to go." Oh, they don't care. She doesn't care anymore. She's broken. You know what I'm saying? Which is, again, I love the broken character because the broken character always can be redeemed because all they are in there is in their feelings. And if she could go out in her feelings and start thinking logically with Din Djarin, because it was basically like, look, I want to work with you. I'm coming to get your help, and she's broken. So again, we could be able to see her reunite the clans. You know what I'm saying? With the help of Din Djarin, and she really wants that help. But right now, she's feeling so broken. She ain't trying to hear nothing what Din Djarin was getting. Go on your own. Go to Mandalore. It's broken anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. But you know what I mean? If you find something, cool. If you don't, who cares? You know what I mean? Because she's broken. So hopefully we'll see the progression of her. Is she going to stay broken? Is she going to rise up? You know what I'm saying? Rise with Din Djarin. Try to bring all the Mandalorians back. Try to break this code, this creed. Get back to a creed. What is she going to do? And that's probably where I'm most intrigued at. Even though that I came late to like Rebels and not Clone Wars. Yeah, Clone Wars and Rebels. As far as that, the things that I did see, I really liked. And I know Bo-Katan comes from I think she comes from Star Wars Rebels. I believe y'all can tell me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But the stuff that I did see, I really, really liked. It's just was way too many seasons for me to get caught up in. I ain't gonna lie. It's just too much. You know what I'm saying? They did trying to cram 7 seasons. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be honest with you. So if the Star Wars fans can help a brother out, get a brother caught up. You know what I mean? I've watched all the movies. You know what I'm saying? I've seen, you know, some of the series. Those are the only 2 that I have in series. So when I'm having troubles, you can help a brother out. As long as y'all like and share and subscribe and hit that thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Like my man tried to do when he tried to kill Grogu again. He hit that thumbs up button. It was like Predacor, what is it? Protocol, Protocol. What am I saying? Let's kill him. That's all he was saying. And my man dropped the. If y'all notice that Carl Weathers had that statue, and it's funny because Carl Weathers, you know, Apollo Creed, you know what I mean, never got a statue, but Rocky did. But he got a statue in there. I thought that was dope. But what did y'all think, man? I think this series is going to be phenomenal. I believe this is going to be way better than the Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett really disappointed me because Boba Fett is one of my favorite. Just his toy alone was one of my favorite toys as a kid, and seeing them, you know what they did to that character, I wasn't digging that. You know what I'm saying? But the Mandalorian, because I have a Mandalorian toy, I got my Grogu toy. You know what I'm saying? I love to see the progression of this. Who's excited about seeing Mandalorian the Mandalorian and Grogu back, make sure you put it in the comment section. Yo, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit a bell notification so you never miss one of my videos.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
All right, you know what it is, man. You heard him. I gotta wrap it up. So again, what did you guys think about season 3, episode 1 of The Mandalorian? Make sure you put it in the comment section. Again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my episodes. Again, I am streaming on Twitch. So if you're watching me on Twitch, make sure that you hit the follow button because I will be going live more on Twitch and on Twitter. If you are watching this live on Twitter, make sure you hit the follow. Follow your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it happen on those streaming services. And now, since I'm on Twitch, I could be doing a lot more on Twitch in the future. Maybe a little bit of gaming. Maybe you'll see me on and I'm, got a little movie that I'm doing some commentary on, maybe some funny stuff or whatever. Make sure you just follow your boy because, we're going to get this thing cracking, man. But until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher. Let's get up out of here. If you came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking around for the entirety of the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you want to get a little more personal with me, hit me up on my Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, or any of the social medias that you see below you. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher.